What's going on, everybody? This is Travis Witherspoon from Carter Cow Capital, helping you fight for your financial freedom throughout the forex market. I am going to go ahead and jump right into it. I'm not a CTA, so I'm not going to tell you what to buy or to sell. What I'm going to do is teach you education. And from the education, you can be able to make your own informed decision. Understand that forex trading involves risk, involves risk of being able to make money, also involves risk of being able to lose money. So please keep that in mind. And understand that past performance is not indicative of future results, which means that if you end up making money yesterday, it's not promised that you'll end up making money today. With that being said, um, a lot of stuff has happened because of CPI numbers. We ended up talking about that a little bit earlier. We said that obviously the market was going to end up being somewhat slow, at least, until we end up seeing the market basically give out that news. And since then, the market has completely exploded. We finally start to see a little bit of movement to the upside when it comes down to most of these pairs. So I'm going to go through this very quickly. Go through the game plan on what we were looking for, what ended up happening, and is there any type of move that we can be able to place ourselves into right now that we can be somewhat happy about if the market ends up moving. So I'm going to go ahead and go through DAX real quick. Then after that, we'll go through the other ones to talk about what ended up happening off the economic calendar because I haven't seen it. I just seen that the market ended up making that explosive movement to the upside. CPI numbers actually ended up being zero, which pushed the numbers up, which doesn't make any sense. That looks like a fake out. But even with that being said, -3, 0.3 was the number, 5.9 was the number. Obviously, both of those numbers were surprising. It pushed the market up to the upside when it came down to that. If we look at what's happening with German 40 fell to the downside, fell and completed this pocket that we talked about to the downside where it could have went down to 13,450. It did that, and then after that, fell all the way down to the downside. Now back inside of consolidation again. I will call this a run because that was what it was. It did make a run to the downside. We did not have any consolidation, so it then went back inside of this consolidation point. There's still a trade out there at 734 that we are trying to look at being able to get picked up or to take profit of 13,840 for the overall position. So please keep that in mind as you're taking a look at your overall trades. I'm going to have to set that trade back up because it's been a while since I ended up placing in that trade. I think the first time we got in it, we ended up getting stopped out. So you had to readjust our numbers to be able to make it work. So I am going to do that now. 13,734. Stop loss of 13,675. 13,675. 13,675. Come on. 675. Oh, for take profit of 13,840. Let's see. I'm gonna go 4% on this trade. Go ahead and lock that trade in. So that trade is locked in. We'll come back with that one a little bit later on. Let's take a look at what's happening with US 30. US 30, my automation system ended up catching for me. I actually ended up taking some losses to the downside on the automation system, but it ended up popping back up for this overall move. I am mad that I did not place this little border trade that we ended up having in the first time when it placed back in a little bit earlier. But I did say that the reason why I wasn't doing that was because of this consolidation right here. So it is pushing up into our zone where we're looking at being able to get in at 13,000. I mean at 33,305. That trade is still out there. I have a buy stop ready to go. So once it ends up fulfilling that position, we can end up getting placed in. Um, we are moving towards it. My only fear is that because the market just opened up and because it ended up making this jump right here, will it place us in, get up to this point, and then after that stop us out? That's the only thing that I'm kind of fearful for. So I hope that the market kind of falls down a little bit, kind of retraces a little bit before placing us in on that move. But I still like to move to the upside. I still think that is the next big push that you can be able to get into. Obviously, we're going to fall inside of another consolidation area, but if you look at that consolidation area was basically a big push in both directions when that market actually ended up happening. But automation system was able to catch some of that move. We was able to make about 1,800 off of that move. this morning. So I am somewhat thankful for that. Um, but other than that, um, I'm still actually down for the month. So this trade to the upside that ended up going up about literally went up about 400 points. I could have been a big beneficiary of that if I would have placed in my entry back in the beginning. And that's the reason why you look at pocket trades. That's the reason why you do them in the first place. But uh, there we go. When it comes down to that movement, let's take a look at what's happening with Nas 100. Today's going to end up being somewhat of a slow day, so just keep that in mind. Or somewhat of a slow day when it comes down to being able to see a lot of people online. So I'm going to make this video very brief. Just going to talk about those positions and seeing if there's any other positions that we can be able to look at being able to get in and kind of go from there. So market fell down, went into consolidation, exploded up, then exploded up to the resistance of this number, has fell back inside of this overall resistance area. Remember, we had three trades that we had placed in. Um, at 13 at 360. Let me see if I still have those trades in because I might have to update those trades. Actually, I don't. Okay, so 13,360. I'll need to go ahead and place in those two trades in real quick, um, and we'll end up going from there. So let's see. Get ready to place those back in. Let's see. Once click trade out. Position calculator. So we had 13,360. Stop loss we had 13,210. Is that right? Yeah, 13,210. With a take profit of 13,860. Come on, 13,860. For some reason, this application, when the market is actually running, really does a bad job of being able to stick those trades in. I really don't like that. Um, let's see. Gonna go 7%. 7%. Come on, 7%. I'm having a hard enough time basically placing the numbers in. Come on. Okay, there we go. Okay, that trade is placed in. And there's another one where you end up getting out at 13,600. All right, both of those trades placed in. So if those trades end up getting kicked in, then we have those trades placed in. So just to quickly review, uh, still had a pending order to 13,734. Uh, we have the orders ready to go for if the market does pop up to the upside. I hope it falls first for Dow Jones at 33,303, 33,305, and then after that we'll go from there. So for the people that will watch this a little bit later on, I'm sorry for not popping in at 9 o'clock, but I have some other stuff going on here at the house. Other than that, plan your trade, trade your plan. Everyone, y'all have a good one.